Good evening. I'm Kelly Dunn, in for Jay Cashmere.
I'm Shannon Cake. Thanks for staying with us here tonight. There are changes in the way you vote. They're being presented in the state capitol right now. There are two bills, one in the House, one in the Senate, are calling for several changes, and one county supervisor of elections doesn't agree with them.
News Channel 5's Mike Trim joins us from the live desk with more. Mike?
That's right, and two things in these bills have the Palm Beach County Supervisor of Election up in arms. The first, cutting down early voting days, and the second, not allowing people to change addresses or their names on the day of an election. Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections Susan Booker has heard the possible changes and doesn't like them.
It is ill-advised to load up the voter with all of these different changes without telling them just before a presidential election. So we're hopeful we will continue to work with the bill sponsors.
A state house bill could cut statewide early voting days from 2 weeks to 6 days. Booker says 24% of voters cast early ballots in the 2008 general election in Palm Beach County, and she expects that cutting early voting days down would make long voting lines even longer. Booker says early voters waited 3 to 4 hours for the 2008 general election here at the Supervisor of Elections office in West Palm Beach. So they're going to make a change. They're going to open the warehouse next to this building for the next general election to hopefully give these voters more access. But early voting isn't the only possible change being proposed. In the same House bill, voters would no longer be able to change their addresses or names on Election Day. They would instead fill out a provisional ballot. Booker says those ballots aren't always included in the final vote count for reasons like poll worker mistakes. More than 1,300 voters changed their name or addresses here in Palm Beach County for the day of the 2008 general election. And the Florida League of Women Voters is also sounding off about this House bill. In a written statement, the League president said citizens should be outraged over this waste of taxpayer money that will diminish voter registration and voter turnout in our state. I just talked to State Representative Patrick Rooney's office. While he didn't write it, he does support the House bill, and I'm told these measures will update the address changing procedure, like making it easier to change an address through email. Also, it's geared to make communication with the county and state better to avoid voter fraud. I'm at the live desk tonight. Mike Trim for WPTV News Channel 5.